going into a game like this in terms of just momentum for you?
It feels great, just momentum for our whole team. Obviously, the month of October wasn't our best month, if you just want to compartmentalize it that way. So moving forward, just being able to get back on the right side of the win-loss column, and like I talked about after the game, just kind of what it took to win that game. All three phases had to step up and make plays, and I think that's exciting for our team to kind of, I guess, be on the right side of a close game. And, hadn't happened in a while, so that was great. But just moving forward is, now we've already got our first practice down of the week. We've flipped the page. It's on. Everything's going towards the Chiefs, and it's a big challenge for us. So it's a big opportunity to go into Arrowhead Stadium, especially before the bye week. It's a huge game for us to get some more momentum. So we're excited to go play that game, and everything's focused on that now. It's how consistent can you be and keep stacking games like that, obviously. So it's good for us. We really, like I said, we really needed it. You look at our season. It's kind of that point in the season, halfway mark. You gotta start winning some games, start rounding some wins off to give yourself a shot at the end. So I think that's what we did, and we just gotta keep doing that every week.
Not to look back too much, but when you look back at the game, did you like your decision making in big moments the other day?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I guess do you feel like that was about as well as you played in those big moments?
Yeah, I definitely think that was one of my better games, especially this season. I think you just look at accuracy, decision making, situational ball, all those things. I think that was one of my better games, and just as an offense, one of our better games. We were really good. There were some unscouted, unscripted looks that we saw, and just being able to adjust and really do the next best thing. That's what we always talk about in our quarterback room. Is it's not always going to be exactly what you think it is. It's not going to look perfect, but just do the next best thing. And I think that's something that we were able to do really well on Sunday, and moving forward, just continuing that. And so I thought, I'm happy with how I played, but like I said, it's kind of in the past now. So we're moving on to the Chiefs.
Did you watch your mic'd up segment?
Yeah, I saw it. David sent it to me the other night, I guess right as it came out. So I saw it.
Is that trash talking by Trevor Lawrence? Do you consider that your version of trash talking?
I guess so. I don't talk. I like to have fun. I don't talk too much, but just have fun. I mean, you're probably talking about that one clip with Denzel. He's awesome. We talked after the game, but just playing guys like that, he was fired up. He wanted to talk to me after he hit me, and I was just telling him, I got 6 yards and I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. So just going back and forth. I think that's how the game's meant to be played. Have fun. You compete. We're all out there competing, and so that was part of it.
Is that normal, or are you coming out a little bit, doing that a little bit more often and taking it to another level? Or
it depends on the game situation, kind of what happens, what someone says to me. I would say it's somewhat normal. Not all the time, but like I said, it's different. I honestly forgot I was mic'd up. So after the game, we were talking about it. I got fined in our room because I didn't tell everyone that I was mic'd up, so I forgot. So that's a no-no. It's not telling guys that you're mic'd up. So it's part of the game. Like I said, it makes the game fun. Everyone's out there competing, and you go back and forth. And I really feel like sometimes that gets the juices flowing, and you kind of get in your element and flip the switch. And I feel like that kind of happened on Sunday, and it was great.
Just curious. You called 52. When you're doing your game prep during the week, do you think in terms of numbers, or do you think in terms of their names? You know what I mean?
Usually numbers. I mean, you know their names, right. And obviously I know him. Great player, but just kind of see him. That's just the first thing that came out. So.
Is Mahomes the guy you watch?
Yeah, I mean, obviously whenever they're playing, that's the team you want to see play, especially on offense. They're just the things they do, really creative. Obviously, Patrick's a great player, fun to watch. But then also just kind of in your prep each week, we're playing the whole AFC West, playing that division. So you see their offense against these teams that we've played. They played the Colts as well, so you kind of see that on tape too. So those are always good games to watch. And I've got a lot of respect for him, and the way he plays the game is it's special. He's a great player. So.
Have you ever tried a no-look pass at any point in a game?
I don't think so. Maybe I don't think so. Maybe like a flat route or something. But you look people off, and then I usually try to get my eyes back on it last second. But No, I haven't. We were joking about that today, actually, but no.
What stands out about their defense?
Just their scheme. They're really really well coached. They do a lot of different things as far as just pressure wise. They have really good pressure packages, and they got guys moving around all over the place. And I think they do a good job of changing up the look. Obviously, Chris Jones up front is a great player. So that's a guy you always have those guys every week, and they got a few of them, but especially him that you got to have an eye on. You got to have a plan for, and got a lot of respect. Same for him, the way he plays the game, and just he's a dominant guy, interior guy. So guys like that obviously make it harder for you. But our guys up front have done a really good job of blocking great D linemen this season. We've gone up against a bunch of great players. So it's another challenge for us, nothing new. And just I'd say their defense as a whole seem really well coached. They do a good job of limiting the big plays. And I think they're playing well. Obviously, look at this season, and they've had a lot of close games, and they've really been able to play really, really good in the second half. You look offensively and defensively. They might get behind, but then they're never out of it. So this is a team where you understand who you're playing, you understand who's on the other side of the ball, and I got all the faith in the world in our defense. But you do understand like the explosiveness of their offense, and just kind of, we gotta play a great game, and it's that way every week, but especially this week.
Doug talked about this as maybe a benchmark game. Do you see games that way? That's when you think about
Benchmark, just like what do you mean, like just a big game, like an opportunity for? Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, it is a great opportunity. Anytime you're playing a team like them or whoever, I mean, there's a lot of teams in the league that the Bills or these teams that are playing great ball right now. You can list a bunch of them, but anytime you're playing a team like that and that's had a bunch of success in the past, and you're playing at their stadium, especially Arrowhead, I mean, it's a huge opportunity. So it doesn't really add anything just because they're all important. All these games are important, but just the fact that it's the next one makes it a big deal. But I mean, yeah, this is a great team, and I think it would be huge for us, obviously, to go get a win and kind of measure ourselves up against the rest of the league. But every week you got an opportunity to do that.
Do you get geeked up a little bit going into a place like Arrowhead? Like, you've never been, and you probably played on video games or whatever.
Yeah, it's cool. Obviously, it's one of the more historic places to play at in the league, and I think they have the record for like the loudest stadium in the world or something like crazy like that, or whatever. So it's gonna be exciting. Obviously, the environment's gonna be great. A couple of our coaches have been there and have coached there, and they say it's an incredible environment. So we're excited. Obviously, we got our mind on one thing, but it's going to be a cool experience for sure.
I think you're the least sacked quarterback in the league. Does that have to make you elevate that offensive line gift thing for Christmas? I mean, you got to start thinking a little bit higher.
Wow, he's already
right on camera and everything. So now I guess I have to. Golly. No, it's. Yeah, I mean, to answer your question, I guess, yeah, it should. There should be like a tiered thing, like depending on how that goes. But no, those guys up front, they've been great, and I think it's it's one, how well they've played, but two, just how well we've all communicated, and I think that's the best thing. We're a really close group. Obviously, they're really close, but then including the tight ends and myself and the running backs, and we're all really tight, and I think the way we've been able to communicate and put ourselves in good situations, and Luke up front has done an amazing job, honestly, of just directing the traffic. And like I said, from the very beginning, doesn't play like a rookie, and just getting better and better every week. And our relationship is growing more and more, and we start to see things the same way. And that's what it's about. You have a plan during the week of how to, whatever, it's protection or run game. But in the game, there's going to be something that you hadn't seen, or that there might be one clip of, but we've already talked about, or if it's a certain look, and we're on the same page so we can play that much faster. And that's what it's all about. And he's done a great job, and those guys all have, so it's been great.
Following up on that just a little bit, all props to the O-line, but how much of this, you talked about the Raiders after the game the other day saying, man, why do you got to get the ball off so quick? Do you feel like you're getting the ball off quicker, and is that just natural progression from being a second year and however many, 21 games under your belt, 22?
Yeah, I'm not sure how many.
17 and 8, yeah, 25, there you go.
But, yeah, I mean, it's that's the number of sacks and protection, all that stuff, it's all of us together. That's why I said those guys up front are amazing, and it's never about me, and it's never just about them. It's about all of us, and everyone has their own hand in it. Running backs have a huge part in it, in protection, and obviously the quarterback too. It's getting the ball out, understanding where your hots are, because there's going to be pressures where you're not going to be able to pick it all up. It's just impossible to see certain looks, but you got to know where you're hot. You got to know where your problems are, and that's something that I feel like we've done a good job of. And the O-line just reacted to different looks, whether that's squeezing, whatever it is. So it's all of us doing it together, and I think that's a testament to them, to getting the ball out quick from my perspective, but also to the game plan, whatever it is each week, and it all plays together.
Good. All right.
So, yeah, thank you.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.